What's up, guys? So I've been promising this video, and I'm sure I've been getting a lot of y'all's hopes up on it because I've been trying to like hype it up. I'm not gonna lie, but I really do think it's gonna be a good one. I think you guys are gonna like it. So let's just jump right into it and start talking about the number one thing: price action. So a lot of you guys probably already know I don't really trade cross pairs or like the exotic pairs. Excuse me. But this video is going to be about a cross. It's going to be about the pound yen. Yes, I said that. You heard that correctly. Pound yen. Back in my earlier days, I used to try to trade this pair a lot, and I would get waxed every time. I get burned over and over. So I eventually just went to euro and pound with the dollar, and I found consistency with that. But with that being said, this is going to be just like a top-down analysis from the monthly all the way down to our 15-minute chart, and how we can find like our directional bias for this specific pair. And mind you, all this stuff we're going to talk about, I talked about before it happened. I'm not trying to showboat or nothing like that. I just want to let you guys know and make y'all aware that this is not hindsight. All of this was talked about before it happened. So, and we took some trades on it, and we missed some trades on it, but we're going to talk about that as well. And I'm going to let you guys dig inside my brain and pick my brain, because I have a lot of it. I have a lot more experience than the majority of you guys. So I believe experience is more important than, skill, which kind of like the same thing, but you can study all you want, but if you don't have live chart time experience, then the materials that you're studying isn't going to hold up, and you're going to be like emotional. You're not going to be stable. But anyways, besides the fact, let's just jump into this. And I wanted to tell you guys how I personally broke this pair down over the past 2 months, I believe. So we'll do like our standard top-down analysis. When you guys hear top-down analysis, I'm sure you all think about, monthly all the way down to the hourly chart. Yes, you're correct. That's what we're going to do here. So you always want to be aware of your surroundings, kind of like life, our day-to-day life. When you're driving in a car, you always want to be aware of your surroundings. So that's what we're going to do here. Okay, 1 second. Let me put this out. All right, so again, pound yen. Here's the monthly chart. See all these monthly bearish candles? And then we have that 1 month in October where they just had a huge bullish spike up. Okay, I anticipated that because I just envisioned all these bear candles getting ran. They're just back to back to back to back, and that's just liquidity being stacked up, and they're all back to back bear candles. What happens after a bear candle in a bullish market? The bear candles, then they do a bull candle, kind of like a bullish order block. What candle do we use to buy on a bullish order block? We use the bearish candles. Anyways, so this video right here is strictly about smart money concepts. If you're not familiar with that stuff, then this video it's not going to make sense at all. But if you're watching this, hopefully you are already familiar with smart money concepts, aka Mr. ICT. And there's a lot of people teaching this stuff nowadays, but I personally got my juice from Michael. So shout out to Michael. I appreciate everything he's done for the community. I believe I shout him out in every video. And I'm not a dick rider like some of you guys on Twitter are, but I do give credit where it's due. And I'm just showing appreciation because, again, without his content, I wouldn't know how to read price action. So like I just said about this, when we had that bullish candle, you want to note Why did they do that? And what happened when they did that? Well, we can see right here. Damn it. I don't know why I just did that. They ran these equal highs. They took out the liquidity above this high. They took out the liquidity above this high. They're relative equal highs. They triggered buy stops and stop losses right here. So large breakout traders, we already know, and I'm sure you guys know what I'm about to say, the breakout traders. And I'm sure there's like prop firms and huge deep pocket banks that do this too. They buy the market on breakouts. That's what we're taught. And their stop losses above these equal highs. The highs here, the highs here. So when the market stabs up into that, it takes out stop losses for whoever was short, whoever was selling this right here. That's a lot of pips. But if they didn't take profit, and they're like huge swing traders that want to swing it down here and make 5,000 pips, their stops are going to be above here. And there's buy stops. So when the market purges that, it triggers their buy stops. And they think they caught a breakout. Notice how the monthly closed. It closed below these bodies, pretty much even. I anticipated the next candle, which was the month of November. The dollar index has been super bullish. The pound has been bearish. Euro has been bearish. The pound has been showing weakness across the board on all their pairs, all their cross pairs. Pound has been going lower. So with this being said, we triggered stops and then we closed below these bodies. The next month opened, like I said, and I anticipated a weaker pound. This is pound yen, so that same thing. I envisioned this candle closing down here. Why? Because I was anticipating this bullish candle to be a bearish monthly order block. So when this candle opened and they started showing me bearish like order flow on the lower time frames, I was already in the mode to target the equal body candles. Where's that at? That's going to be shown right here. See how the bodies are equal? Okay, we can treat that just like relative equal highs, like these highs here and these highs. When there's equal body candles, you can use that as a target. The price will draw towards that level. Another thing that triggered me to be a seller. Oh, let's go back to the monthly order block. So yeah, I anticipated price to go lower. I anticipated the month of November to close below this bullish candle, which would create a what? A bearish order block. So then December would open up, and here's the new monthly candle for December. It's the first trading week of December. If that were to happen, then it would trade back up, monthly bearish order block, and then go lower. We didn't get the close below this candle, but that's fine. I was still targeting these equal bodies. And I'm going to show you guys and break it down how I found setups to target those equal bodies. The number one thing of why price is going lower like it is was because of the stops we just talked about above these highs. Also, we're at a huge, huge, huge premium. How can you identify a premium? If you don't know what discount and premium is, I'm not going to teach that here. Or I'm going to talk about it, but I'm not going to go into detail and, depth about it. You should already know that if you're dealing with smart money concepts. The overall range of this market is from this swing high down to the swing low here. Why did I use this high and not high up here? Well, because after this bullish candle, we see a very aggressive move lower, okay? So we treat that as a bearish order block. And you can see last February, it hit that in 2018, and it respected it as a bearish order block, and it offered a shitload of pips. I remember this happening. This was around when I first started getting into trading and smart money concepts. I didn't take this, but I did note this bearish order block. It's kind of a classic one, it's really pretty. Anyways, so I'm using this swing and not this swing or this swing because of the magnitude of this bearish candle after this bullish candle. So we have a range, a trading range on our highest time frame chart monthly. Our trading range is from this swing high, this swing low. We can note equilibrium, which is 50% of that trading range. The trend line, which is going to be here. Anything above that is a premium. Anything below it is a discount. Again, this is a monthly chart, so this is for like where you start. Obviously, you can find lower time frame setups inside of these monthly candles, inside of the weekly candles, inside of the daily candles, and you can find day trades, you can find scalps, but this is just how I came up with my personal bearish directional bias on this pair. And I doubt anyone looked at price action the way I'm about to describe it, and I'm currently describing it. We're going to delete that line that just showed the liquidity above equal highs when we purged it, like I said, and then came lower, just to make the chart clean. So here, again, our trading range, like I just described, equilibrium. So you only want to be a seller above equilibrium, and you only want to be a buyer below discount. Below discount is below 50% of our trading range. Again, this is a monthly chart, so it takes a long time for this stuff to pan out. But all these months, this is, let's see, May of 2021, we've been trading sideways. What market are we in? We are in a large premium. So think about our PD arrays and our entry techniques, our smart money PD arrays. Order blocks, breakers, liquidity voids, mitigation blocks, old highs, old lows, all that stuff. Breakers, fair value gaps, those are our PD arrays. ICT students are familiar with that term, but it's nothing but just our smart money levels, our smart money concepts, our entries, our exits, and all that. So there's nothing else above the marketplace in a deeper premium to take out. When this monthly candle right here took out liquidity above here at a premium, and it is old highs, that's a premium market from our overall range we're trading in on a monthly standpoint. There's no other premiums to the left of all this. There's nothing else. We wiped everything clear, and we are in a deep premium. When we close below this right here, I took that into consideration, and I told myself, we're done. You know, there's no other PD arrays to take out, and the banks are in a huge premium. So when this next monthly candle opened up, I anticipated to minimum come back down to equilibrium, and I believe we're going to see that in the next coming weeks. What PD arrays are in line with equilibrium or below it or just right at it or anywhere below the marketplace? Well, we have all these lows in here. Yep. Minimum, they're going to want to come back to a premium. Note how price respects that 50% level. Look how the candles, how the bodies are closing and respecting that right there. So that level is not random. It's a very highly sensitive level. If you go down to a weekly, daily, 4-hour, you're going to see price tag that level a lot more. And I'll let you do that on your own. Or you might just see it in a minute. But anyways, so what discount PD arrays could we be going to? So price does nothing but bounces from discount to premium while filling in inefficiencies and taking out liquidity. That's all it does. But you have to know where you're at in your overall range. Again, this is a monthly chart. So this is like good for swing trading. I like to day trade, but this is how I get my directional bias to take day trades that are in line with the order flow. And the probability is going to be the highest because of everything I've outlined so far. And by the way, it is 3:30 a.m. I haven't had time to make this video. My son is asleep. So I'm very, very tired. I'm exhausted, but this is the only time I can find some free time. So I'm trying to knock this out tonight. because I know I'm not going to have time tomorrow, which is Sunday, to do it. Anyways, so yeah, that's why I was bearish all the month of November and December, and I'm still bearish on this pair. So what PD arrays can we see? Everything I just outlined. Well, let's go ahead and highlight this. We have a huge monthly imbalance right here. I don't know why I'm using this to highlight it. All I'm doing is highlighting the inefficient price action from this candle. This candle opened up on the monthly and rallied super aggressively. The next monthly candle never rebalanced it and came down. You don't see a wick going lower. So the body of this candle is the imbalance. Unlike this candle, okay? Here's an up candle. The next monthly opened, they rebalanced and they came down. This candle right here, here's a large bullish monthly candle. The next candle opened and then moved lower and filled in and rebalanced everything to make it efficient. So you can see right here, they did not do that. So this is a clear monthly imbalance. I'm going to remove this giant box. So we're coming off a premium. Now we're going to be targeting discounts. This is just the monthly, and that's the first thing that stands out. When you break this down, you're going to see way more levels to target. Mind you, again, we have all these equal lows. We had the equal body candles right here. That was my first target, and I traded and sold pound yen. I sold it all last week. The last week of November, sold the fuck out of it. I had 3 different setups within the first 3 days of the week, and it was insane. I had over 500 pips. It was crazy. So this pair has been doing me really well lately. It's paying me back for all the suffering it's done and all the trauma it's done to me in my past. So again, if you're following me, hit a premium. There's no other premiums in the range. Now we're going to head towards equilibrium. Where is our PD arrays on the way down to equilibrium? Like I just said again, I'm going to say it one more time. We have the liquidity under all these relative equal lows and this imbalance. I'm going to take off the fib now. You know why it was there. It was highlighting our overall trading range on a monthly. So that's the banks. All right, so there's our directional bias. We're heading back towards equilibrium. So when we break this down and go to a weekly, we look for the same shit. We can refine those PD arrays and those imbalances. Here's that same imbalance I was talking about, but it's smaller because it's a weekly time frame now. We have this candle opens, huge rally up, next candle opens, they never rebalance. They keep going higher. They do that on purpose to engineer setup in the future. Again, now look at all these lows. Look how they're much more prettier now. Let's go ahead and highlight it. Very pretty. We have these equal lows too, which was the body of the monthly candle. That's what this line is. On a weekly time frame, you can see the bodies of these weekly candles, which are higher than the monthly one. So you take all that, you think about all that stuff. Notice that they create the equal lows and they hold all the liquidity right here. When I say I'm waiting for them to engineer setup, this is what I mean. This happens on every time frame, 5 minute, 15 minute, hourly, 4 hour. They hold price sideways, create liquidity in the market with these lows. Retail thinks that's support. And yeah, they think once we get back down there again, we're going to go higher because you can see the reaction each time we got down there. So that's their zone. That's their giant zone. But no, smart money, we look to target that level because we know the market is going to want to draw to that to take out the large funds. But again, here's what I'm getting at. What they do is they hold price like this and create the setup. And a lot of times right below that, you're going to see an imbalance or an order block, a breaker, whatever it may be. They do this on purpose. I see it all the time, and it's my favorite part of price action to find my setups and all that stuff. So here's our imbalance right here. I'll highlight it just in case y'all don't know yet. Here we go. That candle's low. This candle's high. The price action in the middle. I believe price is going to go lower, take out liquidity below these lows, and fill in this imbalance. This red line right here, here's a reminder, this is nothing special. All it is 50% equilibrium of our overall trading range on the monthly chart. So the bare minimum that price should do is trade back to equilibrium. On its way down there, we look for our PD arrays, and I just highlighted all of them. With that being said, there's still, you probably are asking me still that you're not showing me how to get in the market. You're not showing me the setups. How do I trade this? I'm showing you right now how to get a directional bias and how I did it. Before all these candles printed, I was thinking these same thoughts to myself, and I told a lot of people about it as well. So we are bearish. We want to look for some sell scenarios. So the price moving lower. Yes, I'm going to use the playback button. Obviously, it may look like hindsight, but if you don't believe me, hit me up. I'll show you all the proof, buddy. So we're bearish, right? The market's going lower. Where does it go? Oh, we're at a daily chart. So our PD arrays are going to be even more defined. Here's another imbalance. They come down, they fill in that imbalance right here. Some asked me, well, how come price didn't come down to this order block to be a buyer? And how do you know if it's going to come to that or not? And my response to that is, I don't know. I don't know that at all. But what I do know is the bare minimum is to fill in this inefficient price action. So I don't just go in there and start buying right here. I did call buys though. I'm going to show you exactly where. I called buys in this area because we filled in this discount array. Why is this a discount, Grant? Well, we're on a daily chart now. Price is fractal. Swing low, swing high. Let's do it. Swing low, swing high. Anything below 50% is going to be a discount. Here's 50%. Find your PD arrays. Below 50%. Well, we have a huge imbalance here, we have an imbalance here, and we have an order block here. So we know price is going to want to come down here, and it did. Where are we going to go to next? Well, our overall bias on a monthly chart is bearish. We'll rewind this video and you'll know why. I just talked about it on a monthly chart, but I don't fucking like holding trades for months at a time, and neither do y'all. We want to know how to get paid this week. So here we go. Price is fractal. So this is a daily. They're going to come down to a discount, a daily discount. After they come down and fill in the daily discounts, before moving lower on that monthly chart, they have to come back up to a premium. So you want to really look at all your time frames. It's very important. So before going lower on that monthly chart to attack those monthly lows on the bodies of the candles, like I outlined, this daily chart and the 4-hour chart and the other lower time frames, you're going to see them rally up. They're rallying up to a premium. This is a daily chart, a very important chart. Where is the premium? Well, let's identify that. Swing high, swing low. I'll click play and this will be a swing low. Before going lower, they need to come back to a premium. Anything above 50% is a premium. What array do we have? Well, we have this large imbalance that we would expect to get filled in before going lower. We have this sexy bearish order block on the daily chart. Why are you using this swing high to this swing low, Grant, and not any of these? Again, like I talked about on the monthly chart, the velocity and the aggression after this bullish candle, then we have this huge bearish candle. There's a lot of sellers in here, and that's why I used this swing high, because look at the rejection lower after this bullish candle. So now we have a bearish order block. So that's why I used this swing high. Very important level. So I anticipated price to come back up into this order block. We're going to note that level here. I told everyone I cannot wait for price to come up here because I'm going to sell the fuck out of it and I'm going to hold it all month. It's going to be like an investment trade, my longest swing trade ever. Then I'm going to scale down and compound day trades while going lower. I was so excited for this. So there's our level we're waiting to get hit to continue those monthly sells. Also, you got to tell yourself what else is in this area. We have equal highs right here, all these daily candles. There's retail has stops above that. We have this large candle right here, huge imbalance. So we can expect price to want to come back up to our premium, because you got to ask yourself, why would it need to do that? Well, it needs to do that to continue lower for one. For two, it needs to do that to fill in this imbalance. And three, we have lots of liquidity right here. They want to knock out the traders before going lower. So with all that in mind, we're going to click play. And of course, it's going to look like hindsight. Right there. There's a swing low. They fill in this daily imbalance. Remember I pulled the swing from swing low, swing high. So it's a daily discount array. Now they're going to bounce up to a premium. We found our premium and we found out why. We just talked about it. Liquidity, imbalance, order block. Because we're expecting the monthly candle to see how that monthly candle looks right now? This is how it looked then. So that daily sell I just talked about that I was anticipating to go lower, I tell myself and I envision it in my head. This was like the second week of November. So we have the whole month to still pan out. So I'm telling myself, convincing myself that price, this monthly candle is going to close down here to attack these equal body monthly candles. So I'm envisioning, I'm anticipating this monthly candle to go lower, and I'm telling myself why it should do that. You got to ask yourself why, find out why it's going to do that. And remember, swing high, swing low, overall, higher time frame range, check out liquidity here, close below these bodies, and we were at a huge premium, and there's no more premiums to target. They're done. We already talked about that a couple times, but I just said it real quick for y'all. Price is fractal. Go down this imbalance right here. Go up. So I wanted them to come to this order block. We don't know if they're going to actually go all the way to it, but I was anticipating it and I waited and sat on my hands. We called buys right here. There was plenty of buy setups, plenty of pips offered. We can go over one of the buys, which was honestly, note these imbalances right here. Huge. Swing high, swing low. Targeting that daily order block. Looking for buys. I'm not buying right here, and I'm not gambling. Price should go up there. I'm waiting for them to give me an indication that they want to go higher. Here's a 4-hour chart. I like seeing this on the 4-hour chart. So I'm on my hands. I'm sitting on my hands for them to give me a clue. Again, here's them highs that were on the daily chart. Notice how cleaner they look on the 4-hour chart. Remove that. Just note it again right here. I wish I could replay this, but we're going to do it. Fuck it. Because I want y'all to see this. Oh, shit. We got to rewind way back. Okay. Right here. This is when I got into buys. So yeah, I'm bearish on the monthly chart, but that doesn't mean I only have to be looking for sales, because that was a monthly standpoint. I'm not going to sit and wait around all month, and swing trade and hold for months, like I said. So here's the 4-hour chart, and I know they're coming to a premium. We already outlined all of it, and then here's some more 4-hour imbalances in the daily chart. We already discussed it. Right here. Let's wait. Right there. This was my indication to be a buyer. Or this was my indication that I'm gonna buy the market, and they are actually, in fact, gonna fill in these imbalances and come to a premium. Took out liquidity here, So here's the context of the sell scenario. Took out liquidity, they engineered it, moved it sideways. They got the PD array resting above the marketplace in a premium. That's how they engineer the setup. That's our narrative. So when price did this right here, what sticks out the most? A bullish 4-hour order block right here. This was my buy signal I gave out. I said, I'm going to wait for price to want to come back down into this bearish candle prior to the aggressive up move breakout, and I'm going to look to be a buyer all inside of here. Then we're going to hit play and see what happened. And of course, the market came down. I bought the fuck out of this, and we held, and we targeted premium. Look how perfect the entry was. Boom. I'm not going to break this one down on the lower time frames because this was sexy enough in the 4-hour, but we're correct here. Where's price going? Oh, it's going to a premium. You can hold this trade all the way up to the premium. And again, it's nothing but this swing high, this swing low. So remember I said I was looking for sells and I was going to invest into this one and hold it forever, my longest trade ever. I was waiting for price to come up to this daily order block. They missed it just shy of like 10 to 20 pips. And I was unable to catch this high up here. And it hurt. I had to watch price leave without me. My analysis was 100% correct, maybe 99.5% correct. And I missed the trade. And that shit broke my heart. But it felt good to be right. Where's the market going to go? It's going to go back down to those monthly discounts. That monthly candle is printing now. And we're seeing that monthly candle move lower. What's inside of the month? This was like the beginning of the month, the second week, third week. What is inside? What's going to be inside of this monthly candle to make it want to go lower, to attack these equal body lows? Right here. So we're anticipating price to come up to this premium and then move lower. So this daily setup here is going to cause that monthly candle to start moving south. And that's what you see. We have resting lows here. So we tag liquidity here, fill in the imbalance, fill in the inefficient SIBI or imbalance. They came just shy of the order block. It just said, and that pissed me off. It broke my heart. Price moves lower. Where does it go? It's going to come to these equal body lows and the lows here. We're going to hit play. Watch that happen. Huge aggressive move. Why did price move so fucking violently? Because we are building this trade on a bank level. So that's how you get involved in these huge moves. Our analysis was from a monthly chart. We are inside. When price is right here, it's a huge monthly premium. We're in a monthly premium right here. Even though I called this a daily discount, price is fractal again, but the overall bias is bearish due to the context that I already outlined several times. I repeat myself a lot and I apologize in advance. Price is moving lower. It's moving lower. Where's it going? I know where it's going. It's going to the monthly lows here, and we can see that happen. So with that being said, price opened up Sunday. This is the first or the last week of November, aka the first week of December too, because we had NFP. Just so you know what week I'm talking about. So I'm anticipating this pair to keep going lower. I don't see any setups on the 4-hour chart. So what does that make me do? It makes me break it down to a 1-hour. What's today's date? 1 second. I want to go back to Sunday. Today's Sunday, and I'm making this video, but last Sunday when the market opened up, that would be November 28th. So let's go there. I'm going to hit the replay button. November 28th. So that was last Sunday. Market open. I took a trade right at market open, and I never do that, but it was too good to be true. So the market opened Sunday on a forward chart. Looking at it, I don't see anything, nothing pretty. Everything's balanced up. So if you don't see a setup, you break it down to our next time frame. First thing I see on the market open of Sunday on November 28th, I see this imbalance right here. See, I use these same things on every time frame. My my bias and my entries, they never change. It's always the same. So like retail people, they do crazy shit and they make up their own shit in their head. They draw trend lines from fucking here and they damn cut through all these candles just to make it touch perfectly, to make it look cool, hindsight. Anyways, here is a bearish order block. So we build in the confidence. After talking about price action like we just did, it gives us the confidence that this hourly bearish order block is in fact going to hold price lower. So that's why I trusted this and I called this setup out to hundreds of people and on Twitter. I have 2,000 followers on Twitter and I showed them. So I'm wanting to sell the market. And again, discount premium. Well, on an hourly chart, we only want to enter when price comes up to a premium. Swing high, swing low, anything above 50% is a premium. On an hourly chart too, yes. No, I'm not using this swing high. You're going to ask why. Does it make sense? It doesn't make sense at all. There's no entries I would like to take up here. It just doesn't make sense, okay? We have a pretty bearish order block here. I'm using this swing high. Sunday, market open. I don't see them coming way up here. There's nothing to blend it with. I'm blending it with this premium on an hourly chart. I'm blending it with this imbalance from this candle. This candle opened up and never rebalanced it. I'm blending it with that and this perfect bearish order block. So I sold price as it traded right up into here. And I was very confident with this because I told myself all the things we just talked about. Notice how the market comes down here, does not run the lows here, then they trade higher. I love seeing that. So my sell was right here. I made lots of pips right here. Let's see, 150.75 back up to 151.70. So I watched my trade profit 100 pips. Yes, I shaved off partials just to remove like the emotional factor of it. But I watched price come 100 pips back up to my original entry. I didn't panic. Why? Because they engineered another setup. They create these equal lows on purpose. Retail buys that up. Their stops are now all below here. As long as price stays above or stays below, this bearish order block, I'm still good. So I didn't get scared. My entry was about right in here because I wasn't able to be in front of the charts at the time. It wasn't a kill zone when this happened. You can see this was 1800. So that's military time. And that's actually, what is that? 8 o'clock New York time, PM. Outside of a kill zone. But that might be the JPY kill zone. I'm not really informed and educated on Asian kill zones or JPY pair kill zones. Anyways, as long as price stays below this, I'm good. So when they came up here, I didn't panic. My stops were resting right here above the bearish or the bearish order block. Let me check my battery on my computer, on my laptop. Still got a little time. Hit play, and of course, we're gonna see this happen. Looks hindsight, but again, hundreds of people saw me trade this live. What do? They take out the stops here. Another opportunity to go hundreds of pips lower. Okay, we're gonna talk about this day's setup. So I took profits in here. I did. I'm still bearish because we're attacking that monthly level. We haven't hit it quite yet, but we got to note that level so you can see it on the hourly chart. Actually, I think we did just about hit it, but I'm still bearish. That was our minimum level to target. Bodies of those candles again. Let's put that right here. So I'm highlighting, damn it, these monthly body equal candles. Also, if we can run that, we're going to go for all these wicks down here. And remember at the beginning of the video, I wanted this candle to close down here. So that would create a monthly order block bearish if this monthly were to close down here, but it didn't. So I'm still bearish even though we hit take profit 1. So I'm still looking for sell setups. Here was my second signal of the week on, so we had Sunday / Monday's trade here. Here's Tuesday. In a bearish week, there's a 75% chance the high of the week is going to form on, what is it? What is Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday? Blend that with your analysis, blend it with price action on all time frames. We can already see the hourly chart reject from this bearish order block. So we tell ourselves that price should not want to come back up there. We can see this in hindsight, but I gave a signal out, which was right here. It was a sell limit I gave out to everybody right here. Why? Because there's a 15-minute chart. We have this long down candle. That's an imbalance. Trading like this, I like to put my limit at the very beginning of the imbalance because as you can see, they come up and just tag it, then go lower. If you don't believe me, hit me up on whatever social media platform and I will show you. This trade was called an advance and this one was too. My limit was right here at 150.95. Gave it out publicly and privately to the Discord and Telegram. This is military time, so this is 10:30 p.m. New York time. What do? They move sideways right here. They go lower. People are chasing that. Whoever chased this, guess what? They move their stops right here because we have a double top. Retail loves that. Damn trend line motherfuckers, they love that. They're probably drawing their trend line from up here and right here. And ooh, when price comes right there, should continue lower. Nope. Take stops out, take liquidity out here, fill in this imbalance. We don't fill it all the way in. We don't know if they're going to fill it all the way in. I get that question a lot. I don't know when they will fill it all the way in. That's why my limit goes here. My stop would go the high of that candle. What they do, like purge it, move lower. Sexy trade, sexy trade, sexy trade. Also, let's see if I'm correct. Yeah, you can see the 4-hour fair value gap in here, 4-hour order block right here. So I shaved off profits again, and here's that monthly level right here that we banged, smack, and it's a round number, 150, just 150. It's a nice number to target. So there was the pound yen signal number 2. And it's only Wednesday. Hundreds of pips. I had to hit play so we know what our next move was. This looks like a bearish order block, okay? A lot of y'all ICT people probably sold this pair right here because y'all think this bullish candle is a bearish order block. Although it looks pretty, but notice the time of day that it trades up into that. It's not a kill zone. It's not high probability. These are actually still relative equal highs, like we just noted as well, the 4-hour chart. They left the order block alone on purpose to build and engineer the setup. Where's the order block? It's this bullish candle prior to this down move. Highlight it, but my computer's being kind of weird right now. Battery better not die. Okay. So we got stops here, 4-hour chart, swing high again, swing high, swing low, premium, anything above 50% of swing high to swing low, blend it with our entry techniques, aka our PD arrays. We're going to sell that 4-hour order block. Come up in it. Yeah, I got scared a little bit. They dug pretty deep. But overall, they respected 50% of the order block. They went a tad bit higher. That could be broker spread, whatever it may be. But all in all, they respected it. Notice the bodies of these candles closed below the order block. So it just shows you like how precise this algorithm is. And it shows you that there is an algorithm. It shows you that trend lines are bullshit. Because I talk about and like go over this same stuff. I don't change stuff up. Happens perfect every time. Put that level in there. Look how they respected it. Bodies of the candles are very important. We dig up into the order block and reject lower, and the body's closed below the open of our 4-hour bearish order block. It's really cool to see that. It just amazes me. Very passionate about price action, if you can't tell. So there was another sell signal. That was sell signal number. That was the third sell scenario I gave out during this week. Hundreds of pips off it. Where's this pair going in the coming months? Like I said at the beginning of the video, I believe we're targeting these higher time frame levels. We're coming back to equilibrium. We're going to fill in this imbalance. We just opened up December's candle. I believe it's going to want to rally lower, take out these monthly lows, and then fill in the imbalance. I know I repeated myself a lot. Like I said, it's fucking late. It's probably 4 a.m. now. I'm tired of shit. But I hope you guys could take something away from that video. Oh, no. We're not done yet. We're going to go over gold while I got y'all's attention. Because I fucked gold up too. Or should I make that?